in your organization, so that we can make sure everybody has the same information, and so that you guys know what you can spend your grant funds on. Okay, let's save money, and I have it in your email, Natasha.
Okay.
All right, so let's do a quick organization update, and we'll start with Asian Human Services. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We have 7 registrants, but we have 8 coming in that we're gonna get certified this week.
Hold on one second. Say it one more time for me.
We have 7 registrants, but we have
Okay.
8 that we're gonna register or certify this week.
8 more, right?
Yes.
Oh, you guys are killing it. Okay. And then is there anything else that you guys, how's the tape testing going? Have you noticed that, you know, with clients, is it a big issue with the time, or what's your overall opinion on that?
As far as like the time, how long it takes them to take it?
Yeah, so do you have clients that's just like, hey, I would love to be a part of this program, but I do not have, you know, 2 or 3 hours to give to you guys? Or is everybody pretty much doing with, you know, whatever they need to do to be a part of the program?
Oh, no, that's not a problem. They usually get done with the locator and like the whole tape in like 2.5 hours max.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. So we got 7 confirmed. And then what is the system saying for them?
For what?
Let's see.
I mean, everything looks good. You have a couple people.
Okay, 7, perfect, 7 enrolled.
It looks like you have some that are still applicants, but that's, you know.
Okay. And then we got 7 with an ISS. Awesome. Okay. Perfection. All right. Next group is BCS. I think BCS is not on the call today. Erie. Okay. Metropolitan. Hold on, let me pull up my chat box just in case anybody's chatting. Nope. Okay. I thought I saw, oh, Patty, are you on for Erie? Guess not. Okay, and Metropolitan's not on either. Okay, so we'll go to OAI. Sue.
Hi, good morning. We do have 14 that have been certified. They've all completed their forklift training successfully. So our next
okay,
steps with them.
Update in there. So we have 14 with forklift. Okay.
I'm sorry, 13.
Oh, so we have, do you have 13 in the program?
We have 13 that are certified, yes.
Perfect. Okay, and then 13 have their forklift.
For OAI?
Yes.
For OAI.
Now we had the second group just complete their forklift training, so that.
Is this for 2018 or 19?
I think we have a bad
19
connection.
It's not. They're not in for 19.
Yeah, they're not. And so are you guys the one putting in, who's doing your certification for you? Is that BCS?
No.
I think we lost.
They're providing us with assistance.
But they're not. But they're not being. I mean, we have 15 that are in process. but they haven't been submitted to IWDS. I mean, they're not in the system. These people, this group of people, we don't have them as synced to IWDS.
Okay, well, what happened is that they were certified in IWDS and not, and it wasn't syncing. I brought that issue up last week with Illinois WorkNet. There was something in there stating that they needed in Illinois WorkNet their selective service in order to be able to sync them. So that's a work in progress.
Yeah, so they completed the application. So you just need us to look at these people and try and find them and work in IWDS. And are these the people? The 15, 14? So I just need to have Cody go in and try to match all those.
I believe so.
Applications.
I believe so. But I'm having a really connection. I'm sorry, I'm off my laptop. A really bad connection, so I can't hear.
Can you call in? Not on the computer, but can you actually call in on the phone?
Let me look up the number.
Natasha, does it say anything for the credentials? Let me see if they're putting in the credentials.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's not going to come over. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, so never mind.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound. Enter your participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise, just press pound to continue. You are in the meeting now. There are 12 participants in the meeting. This meeting is being recorded.
Oh,
Perfect. Don't forget to mute your computer.
Okay. Yeah, I just muted it.
Perfect. Okay. So you should have 13 people in the program, and then 13 with the forklifting credential, right?
1 second, please. Okay, there we go. We do have 13 people enrolled into the program.
Okay.
I do apologize, but Don has been out ill, and he kind of is still ill. So I'm working this to try to kind of figure it out a little bit. So this is my first time with my hands on it. But I'm going into Illinois WorkNet to kind of figure out what it is that I need to navigate through. So if I can maybe get a little bit of assistance, I can definitely reach out to BCS as well to kind of help me navigate through what needs to be done. I believe it was done in reverse. Certifying the people in IWIDS before certifying them in Illinois WorkNet.
Yeah,
So I
I mean,
think
the very
that's
first
causing
step,
the
I'm sending an
confusion.
email to Cody to have him see if he can fix it. I mean, that's the very first step. That's nothing that any of us can do. It has to be a programmer that matches it up from the back end.
Okay.
So you'll just wait for an email from Natasha that says, hey, he has them synced. You know, you guys are good. We see all 13. And then we'll be able to make sure we see it on the report. Did you guys already enter the 13 forklift credentials? Did you already put those in the IWDS?
No, those have not been entered yet.
Okay. When you put them in the system for the credential, make sure that you are putting literally use a Word document, whatever name is on the actual certificate that they get, type it into the Word document and copy and paste it for each of those 13 clients so that it comes over the same way in the system. When are you guys going to put that in?
I definitely work on it today. Like I said, they just finished their forklift class Friday.
Okay. Just send me an email once you do it. And then I'll double check to make sure that we're seeing them, come over and that they're all the same. Just so we can, if there's any issues, we can kind of nip it in the bud at the beginning.
Okay. So should that be entered in Illinois WorkNet first, or I would?
IWDS.
You can enter the credentials in IWDS.
Okay.
So since they're already certified in IWDS, you can actually go in and enter the credentials after this call if you know it. So like I said, please make sure they have to say the exact same thing. Like even a period or a comma, anything will change it into a whole nother credential. So just copy and paste it just so we know they're all in there. And then just send us a quick email and then I'll, go ahead.
An extra space will do it too. So
yeah.
Sure you don't have any
so it's very temperamental. And that's for any agency, guys. I mean, we can't say it enough, but just make sure you're copying and pasting it. It's the same credential for each of your clients. All right, and then just send us an email once it's done, and we'll make sure it's coming over.
I sure will. Thank you.
All right. Peoria Public Schools?
Yes, I'm on.
Hey. All right, let's see. So how many students do you guys have in the program?
I believe Sarah has 14 or 15. As it stands, I believe she talked to you about one, maybe removal if possible or something to that effect. I'm not really clear on the specifics of that one in its entirety. She spoke with me something about it last week before we went on spring break.
How many are we seeing in the system, Natasha? Let's see.
Well, there's 16 people for suitability. Just need to have 2 people completed eligibility. 1 chose not to send it to the IWDS because they're not able to serve them at this time. So it looks like there's like 15 people kind of in the
registrant stage or the in between the application and registrant stage.
There's 2 that have been submitted for their application, and one of them is an inquirant, one of them is a registrant, and the other 13 have not been sent to IWDS yet.
Okay, it's my understanding that they have been and that Brianka has certified them. I'll reaffirm that or confirm that with her after I get off the phone with you. I'll send a quick email to see where they are, or if I just need to hit sync on Illinois WorkNet for it to come across.
Well, you got to send it to IWDS first. It hasn't been. 13 of them haven't been submitted to IWDS.
It's my understanding that there was a list that was sent to them already, and there was one student that was in question. But I'll confirm that with Brianka after we get off the phone with CareerLink. And Sarah, I'll send them an email to ask the specifics, and then relay that to you.
And then, I was going to say you can just go to the dashboard. But go to the dashboard, that's the main thing, and click on that 13, and it'll tell you exactly who needs to be submitted to IWDS. That way it clears it up. You know how so the dashboard's cleaned up.
Right. But I want to make sure that it's nothing that hasn't been done on the other side, because I know to make sure that it's cleared up on the dashboard, but I want to make sure that it has been done in IWDS for sure, because it's my understanding that it was done already. I know that there's only one set of services that have been put in for one particular client.
There's something weird going on. Were some of these people put into IWDS first?
I believe they were.
Okay.
As far as the applications though, the applications were all put in through Illinois WorkNet first. But the actual process of having them submitted initially, Dina had started just certifying individuals because she was under the assumption that every applicant was going to, be someone that we were accepting, and there was a misunderstanding with that. So then we had to solve that process, and then we sent an actual, list of names, and that is my understanding that Brianka had already, did the eligibility on them through IWDS, and that they had been seen.
Before you talk to her, let me have Cody look at this real quick, and then I'll have him follow up with you right afterwards.
Okay.
Something looks weird, but let me have him look at it. I don't want to take up everybody's time on that right now, but.
Okay.
There's something.
All right, and then anything else in your project, Tanisha?
The majority of the students are done with OSHA. Really, before we sent them out to training, they're done with OSHA, CPR, forklift. They're on their actual work-based learning assignments, and as far as they're concerned, the majority of their work is done except for them graduating and transitioning on after the program. We've kind of got them already settled with an employer long-term at the end, so that's what we're working on.
Hold on one second. Hold on. You have 15 that have the forklift certification?
Mm-hmm. They have the forklift, the OSHA 30.
Okay. Did you put it in the IWDS system?
That's not in IWDS for all of them as of yet. I don't believe Sarah's put them all in. I think you had sent her an email about that she had put an ISS in for that one client because I showed her one client how to do it, but I think she left off one line. So, and she's just supposed to repeat this process for all the individuals that are eligible. So I don't think she's gotten to that as of yet. I think she was making sure that they were all with their employers for spring break, which had started for us on Friday, to make sure that they were completely there before she started entering information in Illinois WorkNet for everything. So I'll text her after that and ask her to update that so that we can both clean up our area. The credentials go in IWDS. So if all 15 students have the forklift, let's go ahead and enter those. But make sure you tell her the same thing that we were talking about with OAI. Just copy and paste the credential title for all 15. What I've learned is that if we put everything in IWDS and just click sync on Illinois WorkNet, it comes over. So then there's no error in my copying and pasting. So just put everything in IWDS and then click sync on Illinois WorkNet, and then it'll come across. So
I'm saying when you copy I'm saying when you put the credential into IWDS, you got to make sure you're copying and pasting it so that it's the same for the client.
Right. So when we're putting it in after the service line's been put in, when we're putting in, okay, I get what you mean now. I'll remind her of that.
So just tell her to send us an email when she's uploaded all 15 credentials into IWDS. I'll run the report to make sure it's coming over to Illinois WorkNet and that it's all coming over in the same line item.
Okay. So make sure to, basically what I'm going to do after this call is just to remind her to put all the credentials that they've done in for all individuals, make sure all individuals have been made eligible in Illinois WorkNet, and that is coming across later on once Natasha has that totally look over that, and then any other services or credentials she's done, make sure that they're linked between both systems, correct? And put it in.
She can put the credentials in now.
Okay, then I'll have her do that as well. I'll send the email to a synopsis of this meeting, because she won't be available.
All right, and then skills. Anybody from skills on the phone? Okay. Let's see them on. Let's see. Did anybody from Metropolitan join? and Erie. Okay, so I'll send a note out to those 3 organizations. Patty, I see you on. I just want to send you an email if you're on and you're having issues. If you could type it in the chat box or talk through your computer, let us know. And then Skills, I see you guys on too, but I don't hear anything from you guys. Okay. Does any other group? Oh, hi.
Hi there. This is America from Erie. I do the fiscal portion, so I'm listening in to see if there's any fiscal information. Patricia does do the program clients section. So she might be having trouble with her speaker.
Okay. Can you tell her to just review the video today, and then do you have any questions about the finance piece of it?
I do not.
Okay. You guys know that, did they share with you that we have quarterly reports due at the end of the month?
Yes, I am aware of that. Like I told you last week, our grant administrator left, but I've been reviewing all the files and checking to see what is due and when it's due. But I'll definitely reach out to you if I have questions.
Okay, and then just so everybody's aware, the 20th is coming up. All costs for March should be to the GRS system, that's the financial system, by the 20th. So make sure you're getting with your finance person and letting them know that they need to enter all costs for these grants by the 20th of this month.
Thank you for that.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome.
Your call is appreciated and is being processed as quickly as possible. Please remain on the line.
Is that it? Did I mute you, Tara? Right there. Hello?
Yeah, I was muted.
Oh.
I was muted. Okay, does any other groups have any questions? Okay. I take it as everybody's doing all right. Is there any webinar title? So for these Wednesday calls, we really want to make them customized to what you guys need and what you're going through right now with your clients. So is there any other topics or anything that you guys feel like you need? Can you write it in the chat box or voice it out loud and let us know so that we could go ahead and put that together for you guys? Okay, does anybody have any issues with the Illinois WorkNet system or IWDS? Okay. And I just want to make sure everybody knows how to get to their dashboard. So what Natasha's looking at and what we look at on these calls is the dashboard. You guys have full accessibility to this as well. This is what you should be checking to make sure that your numbers are coming over, that you see your clients. If you have any issues or anything, this is where you should let us know. You should, send us screenshots and say, hey, I know I put this in, just trying to see what's going on. But you guys got to let us know if there's any issues. Otherwise, we won't know and we'll think everything's going well with your grant. So please make sure that you are looking in, both systems and that you know exactly how many clients you have, what kind of credentials they're getting, especially for these calls. It's really important for you guys to have that information.
Also, we added the management report button. So when Tara talks about the Julio report, the management report, it's right off of your customer list. So you can click on it. And this is test information. But I'll just show you what it would look like.
But yours is the career link. Yours is the career pathway. Sorry, everybody.
I just don't know what we have in here for career pathways. There we go. It's just test information. So, but you'd be able to see, your credentials, programs, activities, and then each of these would link to your list of customers that fall into each of these categories. And that is right.
And Natasha, can you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying it's right off your customer.
Can you click? Can you open the credential thing? I just want them to be able to see how. So where it says show hide credentials, that's where you guys can see exactly what you put in IWDS. So that's how we know if it's coming over, like I was saying, as a different line item. So if you open this up and you see, oh, one of my clients has, you know, is missing something, you'll be able to click on the number and it will tell you the exact client and what you need to fix in IWDS so that it comes over to the right line item. But we should not see, you see how this one says like obtained and brought in by customer? We shouldn't see any of that. It should really only say the credentials that you guys are offering. So if it's the forklift, if you're doing any high school diplomas, anything like that should be in here. We shouldn't see blanks or NA or anything like that in here. All right. Anybody else have any questions? All right. Natasha, you have anything else? Cami, you have anything else?
I do not. I'll get back with,
all right,
I'll have Cody get with Tanisha.
Tanisha and then OAI.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And we'll be good to go. People that are entering the credentials in those two groups, please enter them in and then just send me a quick email and we'll make sure we can see them and that they're coming over. Great. All right, everybody. Have a great day.